Mic कहाँ है मेरा? Where is my mic? Virtual event है. I've got the lapel. Get set, go. 3, 2, 1. Roll it on. Hard times don't create heroes, but it is the hard times that reveals the hero within us. With this beautiful quote by Bob Riley, I welcome you all to this beautiful ceremony, Social Symphony Awards, powered by Jaipur Beat. And I'm so excited to be part of this virtual gala. Hi, namaskar, gani khamma, main hu Akanksha. Virtual gala. You know, even I had never thought that I would be hosting such an event where I'm on other part of the country, you're on other part of the country. But you know what? I think we don't have to worry about our looks and attires when it is a virtual event. All we need to do is look at our screens. See, after all, the changes post-lockdown aren't that bad. What do you say? And guess what? There might be chances that below the waist, I might also be wearing my bathroom slippers. All you need to do is grab your popcorn tub and get set rolling. This is Pink City's first, the only social award, which is about to begin. You know, Jaipur is the city of royal dreams, whose people are fiercely guarding their traditions, their culture, and the best part is they're adjusting and readjusting themselves with the ever-changing digital advancements. और कहना पड़ेगा कि जयपुर के लोग गजब के ही social media trend set कर रहे हैं. Social Symphony Awards is Jaipur Beat's initiative to recognize and honor those who did not give up into the boredom of lockdown. Rather, kept their creative kida and unlocked their creativity running for entertaining content on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, help me and join me to raise the curtain and let me introduce you to the man behind Social Symphony Awards. Hashtag ingenious, hashtag unmanageable. Presenting.
Gaurav Hajela is the pioneer of social media in Rajasthan and also the co-founder of Jaipur Beat. When the world was waking up to this new revolution in 2010, Gaurav has already launched some prominent brands on social media. He is someone who is always daring enough to rewrite the rules and change the traditional ways with his creative and risk-taking abilities. A seasoned photographer, a professional filmmaker, and an ardent traveler, Gaurav takes pride in his collection of vinyl records and books. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the dynamic person behind Social Symphony Awards, Gaurav Hajela.
Start. I would like to congratulate all the winners of the first edition of Social Symphony Award. It was indeed a privilege to have all of you as the nominations. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the jury members for the first edition of Social Symphony Award. We were really honored to have you on board. We are thankful for you to taking off your time from your busy routine to participate in the online jury meet. It was one of a kind of a jury meet, and I think it is going to set the trend for the future competitions. This edition of Social Symphony Award was just the beginning. It was a child that came out of our minds. However, we are hopeful that the next edition of Social Symphony Award will be much bigger, much better, and much broader. Thank you so much for patronizing and supporting this event.
देखो भाई, पहले तो लॉकडाउन में सबकी हवा निकल गई थी. It was found that कुछ तो फुस होके अपना सोशल मीडिया बंद करके बैठ गए हों, और कुछ ऐसे डायनामिक माइंड्स थे who did not give up into the situation. Rather, spoiled their followers with extraordinary content. You know what? Be it be fashion or food, cafes or heritage hotels, bloggers to designers, we have been engaged and entertained by diverse industries and brands. And that's why bringing you all these diverse industries under one virtual roof. And that's why we are celebrating their efforts who entertained us during the lockdown by unlocking their creativity on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without much ado, I present to you our first category for this virtual gala event, Social Symphony Awards. Tell me one thing, what did you miss the most during lockdown? Food? Those puchkas dipped in chatpata masala pani? Honestly batao, who is that one person who has not done Dalgona coffee challenge during the lockdown? Ya phir dil zoom kare. Those sizzling tandoori platters and hot smoky pizza. Yum! Bolte bolte mere to muh mein pani aa gaya. And of course, the cakes and breads. While we could not go out, the tempting food, photos popping on our feed kept our taste buds alive, right? So our first category for Social Symphony Award is for all the food bloggers and those foodies who really kept our feed alive with those wonderful and yummylicious photographs of food. And the category is Smart Folks Award.
And the nominees for Smart Folks are Akshaya Digital Diaries, Bhukkad Bania, Fit Yet Foodie, Food Map Jaipur, The Foodie Devi, and The Foodie Panda.
Winner for this category, Social Symphony Award, Smart Folks, goes to The Foodie Devi by Radhika Agarwal.
Food bloggers that we judged, the panel of 3 that we judged them, and it was great fun with Karthik Bajoria and Jaipur by Marcella.
The facet that I like the most about these awards is that it encourages people during such a pressing and arduous time of the coronavirus lockdown.
And congratulations for the initiative to highlight our talents food bloggers in our city.
Do you know the erstwhile royals and nobles were very foresighted? Years ago, how they sensibly had transformed their mansions and forts into heritage hotels. Likewise, some of their signs are also smart enough to see beyond the present situation and continue to tickle their patrons with visual treats of the noble luxuries. Let's have a look at the nominations for palatial abodes, which came out stronger from the crisis using digital network.
And the nominees for the Palatial Award are Alcisar Hotels, Royal Heritage Haveli, Samod Hotels, Shahpura Hotels, and Umaid Bhavan.
Wow, that was a visual treat. And now it's time to announce the winner of this category. The award for the Palatial Award category goes to Samod Hotels.
It was great being a judge for the category Palatial Abodes. Absolutely wonderful to look at the work that our heritage hotels are doing on social media. Such ingenuity, creativity and dynamism.
I enjoyed being a member of the jury, and what I enjoyed most was going a little more into details about how heritage hotels were handling this social media. And it wasn't just about creativity or the number of posts, but also the number of followers they had and what their response rate was.
I want to congratulate all the winners and special thanks to Jaipur Beat for such an innovative and wonderful awards during this pandemic.
A big thanks to the eminent jury members for bringing their knowledge and expertise in judging various categories of the competition.
1, 2, 3, go.
See that right now?
Clearly on that account alone, this girl has done the best.
And on Facebook, I think they've got outstanding content about their COVID arrangements.
We have 2:1 in terms of this thing. That means we don't have a...
He's the only male contender.
So
that's the reason we have one male in the jury as well.
We have light this thing.
Okay.
Is targeting a particular, and I think they're doing really well.
Right,
because
right.
they are not about food, they're about fun.
And now I'm outside in relation to social media. That is the prime thing right now.
So the whole of March and whole of April, they had not posted anything.
So I think money is not the thing. Creativity is, here. It's in the heart.
Karthik, as it is generous. मैं तो बहुत कंजूस हूँ.
And I liked their style, I liked their branding, I liked the way they presented food.
एक छोटे brand को उतने level तक लाना is a very, very big thing.
Another thing is they're not really doing diverse content.
Someone has invested well and someone who has invested their creativity are also sitting at the same level.
The reason of being on social media is definitely the understanding of client and what they would like to see is really very important.
I think Indians have always been golden people at color coordination, combination and unka jo presentation aesthetic.
No, so their engagement looks very organic. I agree.
Because do call me Vivek Gina, please.
So they are also targeting very good, youngsters.
Are you ready to travel to the next nomination? You don't have to go anywhere. Every year I travel to a new place to explore, reinvent myself and create new memories. But this year all my travel plans were locked thanks to COVID-19. But you know what? What kept me, in fact all of us, excited was the Instagram feed and stories of these incredible solo travelers, backpackers and photographers who throughout the lockdown, despite they were also locked in their homes, kept our Instagram feed alive and took us to beautiful places, #virtually. Let's have a look at our next category, which is the Shutterbug on backpacks.
And the nominees for the Shutterbug on backpack are Jyoti Verma, Chetan Singh Rathore, Lokendra Pilania, Mudit Agarwal, Rashmi Singh Chaudhary, Shubham Mansinka and Siddharth Kejriwal.
Wonderful nominations, and it's time to announce the winner.
The award for the Shutterbug on backpack category goes to Shubham Mansinka.
And this will not only encourage but also bring out the talent of our city. And many of us are not even aware that such talent exists in our city. All the nominees were outstanding and it was so difficult for the jury to shortlist the winners or the awardees.
Social Symphony Awards के बारे में मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूँगा कि ये तो एक शुरुआत है. आई थिंक ये एक बहुत बड़ा बेंचमार्क बनने जा रहा है क्योंकि हम लोग इस समय जो भी जी रहे हैं, चाहे वो लॉकडाउन का पीरियड हो चाहे नहीं भी हो, लेकिन हम लोग सोशल मीडिया से सभी लोग बहुत ज्यादा क्लोजली इन्वॉल्व हैं.
What is the gift if it is not wrapped in love? Owing to the home-locked situations, in another new, we have adapted to the concept of sending gifts through different and innovative packaging services. And thanks to all those creative and innovative minds who created different packaging style and gifts wrapping services, providing all of us a different kind of art. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the nominations for our Social Symphony Awards. The next category is Wrap a Love category.
And the nominees for Wrap a Love are Hampers by Friends Cards, House of Jaipurias, Pretty Wraps, Smita Jaipuria, The Blue Ribbon, The Exotic Invites and Drunket.
Wow, I just want to have all those gifts with lovely packaging to be delivered at my home. And the winner for this category, Social Symphony Award Wrap a Love, is...
The award for the Wrap a Love category goes to Smita Jaipuria.
Most of the pictures are tempting.
Reviews are a good thing and I do follow them.
Presenting you our next set of awards. COVID-19 and the blowout of the education sector is drastic. Though the education industry is affected, but there are these institutions using the great benefit of the internet like a pro. Great advancement in student engagement, prompt content sharing and dynamic insights on social media of the nominated educational institutes caught our attention. And we take pride in recognizing them, their efforts through Social Symphony Awards. Let's have a look at the nominations.
And the nominees for the Nurturing Hubs are Gurukul School of Design, Indian Institute of Gems and Jewelry, Jayashree Periwal Group of Schools, Manipal University, Nirja Modi School, Pearl Academy, and the Open Space Society.
Wonderful. I must personally congratulate all these educational institutes for their efforts. But there has to be a one winner. And the winner for this category, Social Symphony Award, the Nurturing Hub, goes to...
The award for the Nurturing Hubs category goes to Indian Institute of Gems and Jewelry, Jaipur.
Right from the selection, the nomination, the executions and the presentation for the jury were excellent. Every criteria was well thought of, and Social Symphony Awards for more success with every continuing edition.
So many things are new normal in this pandemic time. Everything is online, like education is online, all institutions are online, temple prayers are online. So this is brilliant idea.
The consumption pattern of social media has gone up to many folds. In my case, I used to use 2 to 3 hours a day social media. Now, during the lockdown phase, it got up to 8 to 9 hours a day.
There are winners and there are special winners. Before we move on further, ladies and gentlemen, let's honor those remarkable names who are leaving a beautiful mark in our lives and in our society.
Looking at the current scenario where everyone is facing life challenges, there are a few who make us believe in humanity. NGOs, individuals, brands, and there were many other people who played an important role in the upliftment of the society during the lockdown. Thus, it becomes our responsibility to acknowledge their sincere efforts and contributions. Let's honor these remarkable names who are leaving a beautiful mark in our lives and in society at large.
The first name is Raise. For more than 10 years, Raise has been working for the sustainable livelihood and betterment of the HIV-positive children and to bring them in the mainstream for their growth.
My name is Gurinder Virk and I am the secretary and co-founder of Raise Asha Ki Kiran. And presently we have 2 homes, one for the girls and one for boys. And knowing where the HIV people are treated by the general public, and because of the lack of awareness or whatever it is, social media has played a very, very important role in reaching out to the people and explaining to them HIV. And we also have various programs which we put on the Facebook, the Twitter, and in future too you will see social media would be the main platform for everything.
Through this platform of Social Symphony Awards, we would like to honor Raise Asha Ki Ek Kiran for bringing exemplary changes in these children's life. Next on the list is Praveen Lata Sansthan. We take pride in honoring Bharti Singh Chauhan for her NGO, Praveen Lata Sansthan, which is bringing behavioral, social and economic transformation of girls and women by providing them eco-friendly solutions in the area of hygiene and community-based solutions in education, health and sustainable livelihood. Let's give a standing ovation to Praveen Lata Sansthan for the remarkable contribution in the society. Next, I would like to mention Viren Sharma. Tired in love, love animals, adopt one today. Get the unconditional love, fun and honesty at no cost, but compassion. You know, that is the belief of Viren Sharma, who is an ardent animal lover and an honorary canine expert, has dedicated his life in revolutionizing the pet industry in Jaipur. We bow down to your initiative and wish you all the very best in your efforts. That was our special mention in Social Symphony Awards. बधाइयों के साथ कुछ मीठा तो बनता है. And that's a cue to my next category. Who needs a therapy when there are sweets? During the holidays, oh come on, we all had a little bit of holiday during the lockdown time. You know who satisfied our sweet tooth in real life? Let's celebrate those whisk takers and talkers through another category of Social Symphony Awards, the Sweet Tooth Club. Ladies and gentlemen, थोड़े मीठे के साथ, let's bring on the sweetest nominations, please.
And the nominees for the Sweet Tooth Club are Brown Sugar, Fat Guy Patisserie, Molly Moo Ice Cream, Nibs, Ombre, and Oven the Bakery.
Oh, that was very yummy. And the winner for this category, Social Symphony Award, the Sweet Tooth Club, is...
The award for the Sweet Tooth Club category goes to Nibs Cafe and Chocolateria.
And I just wanted to take some time out and thank Jaipur Beat for including me in the jury section. I thoroughly enjoyed my time.
The pandemic has been a really challenging time for all brands and businesses, but some of them have really stood this test and used their social media very creatively to engage with their fans.
When I was invited as a jury member in the Sweet Tooth Club, I tried to judge them on various parameters because the parameters already presented to us were totally justifying why we were choosing certain brands.
Definitely, social media is playing an important role in education and other various fields too. And I'm personally taking online classes. Doctors are also giving free consultation to people on social media.
And let me update you with our next set of awards. That was a queue actually. You tell me honestly, how many of us missed the daily newspaper during the first lockdown? The day was so incomplete without them, isn't it? We're not only living in a pandemic, but we were also in kind of an infodemic. Like, there was no information that we really wanted. There was fake news which was roaming around between the commoners. During the lockdown, when the overflow of information was overwhelming for all of us, we observed and shortlisted few news agencies that truly worked towards sharing correct, well-researched and responsible news reporting. I proudly present to you the nominations for our next set of awards, that is Social Symphony Award News Feed category.
And the nominees for the news feeds are Bhagirath Bassnet, First India News, Himanshu Vyas, Rajasthani Tweet, The Desert Trail, and The Voice of Jaipur.
And I happily bring to you the winner for this category.
The award for the Newsfeed category goes to First India News.
It's all about the aesthetics, and that is my cue to my next category. Believe me or not, the new culture of cafes in Jaipur wasn't just about coffee. Different generations have their own reasons to hit the cafes in Jaipur. Just chilling out, meeting with a client, coffee date, those delicious sandwiches and brownies. We really missed our happy corner in the favorite cafe. But hey, not really, because these unique cafes were driving our enthusiasm with their feeds. Can't wait to smell the freshly baked breads with my favorite cup of coffee. Let's take a look at the nominations of Social Symphony Awards Aesthetic Cafes.
And the nominees for the aesthetic cafes are Cafe Lazy Mojo, Cafe Quint, Half Light Coffee Roasters, Kaleidoscope, Rustic by OTH, White Sage, and Zolo Crust.
Wonderful, can't wait to hit them right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the winner for this category, Social Symphony Award, Aesthetic Cafes is...
The award for the Aesthetic Cafes category goes to Cafe White Sage.
Congratulations.
It was a great initiative by Jaipur Beat to have the Social Symphony Awards. It was a very engaging and a very transparent decision that we came to.
being a jury, it was more of a learning experience about social media and its impact on the brand. I think it was a brilliant initiative by this in these trying times. Really pep up the brands in Jaipur, and kind of making people interested in the brands.
Hi, we just finished the judging of the aesthetic cafes of Jaipur. I think it's a brilliant concept. The whole idea of honoring people who've been active during these COVID times and showing the power of digital marketing and digital media. It was great insight to even look at people, how they're doing their grids, how they're doing their digital marketing.
So I've started making videos on my phone because I don't have a camera, and I put those videos on Instagram and Facebook, and it's all about like funny memes and monologue videos.
Oh, I am having a great time. I hope you're also having a virtually great time. Moving on to our next set of awards. Doesn't matter how big the brand is, clothes means nothing until someone lives in them. What a line. Didn't we all miss getting ready with our red lipsticks, high heels and designer gowns and saris? When we were all coupling our fashion and styling behaviors with popular sari challenge, these haute couture labels of Jaipur kept us updating with the new ways to express ourselves through the joy of dressing, even when there was no place to go. That's what I really like about. And let's have a look at the nominations for this category, Social Symphony Award for haute couture brands of Jaipur.
And the nominees for the Haute Couture are Amrai by Palak Agarwal, Gulabo, Mayuri, Pratap Sons, Ranas, Ritu Kedia Exclusive and Vasansi.
And I'm loving all of them. I just cannot keep my eyes off presenting you the winner for this category.
The award for the Haute Couture category goes to Vasansi and Amrai by Palak Agarwal.
It's quite interesting to see how this pandemic has affected the way we work, and it has forced us to think that change is the only constant, and the earlier we adapt ourselves, the better it is.
I was highly elated to be part of the jury for the Social Symphony Awards, a one-of-a-kind virtual awards, and I congratulate Jaipur Beat team, Mr. Gaurav Hajela and Anisha Hajela, for doing a fantastic job.
It was a wonderful experience to be a part of the Social Symphony Awards as a jury member. I think there's a lot of deep research and time gone behind creating and curating these awards. One special mention for all the organizers here. I think while we were through our process of judgment, the organizers were very open to listen to the ideas of the jury members.
What social media essentially did during the lockdown was create a bridge between the vendor and the actual beneficiary. And there you found a new business model which worked absolutely fine during this lockdown.
Although it's virtual, but I can still hear those clappings. Moving on. I dusted my mother's cakes recipe during the pandemic. Neha prepared khopra pak the authentic way. Ketan could finally crack that secret code of his dadima's bhuna hua mutton. Ah, wow. And when Priya got this comment on her Instagram feed when she posted something like this, मैडम कोरोना को खत्म करना है और धरती से सूजी और मैदा नहीं. All this happened during the lockdown, unlocking your creativity. Interestingly, these home chefs began to using the power of digital media to fuel their entrepreneurial spirit. So this category of Social Symphony Award recognizes the culinary stars selling through the social media network right from their home kitchen. Let's have a look at the nominations.
And the nominees for the Home Kitchen Palette are Backyard Kitchen Jaipur, Cold Round Sisters, Chef's Boutique, Himanshu Rathore, Craving by Anjali Patni, Our Kitchen Fables, and Soul Food Jaipur.
Hold your breath. Not literally. And the winner for Social Symphony Awards, the Best Home Kitchen Palette, goes to...
The award for the Home Kitchen Palette category goes to Pauldron Sisters by Radhika and Richa.
Social Symphony Award is an excellent endeavor to promote people who are active on social media in various activities, especially after the trying time of COVID-19 period. It was wonderful to be associated with these awards as a panelist. The organizers provided all the required data to help us in our discussions.
Hold your breath.
Are you understanding what she is wanting?
No, exactly, this is it. Haute couture.
Those pancakes dipped in chatpata puchkas. No, थोड़ी speed बढ़ा दीजिए इसकी.
Then do anything, do something. देखिए जरा लोगों ने अपनी टांग तो तोड़वा ली है ऐसे के पीछे.
Common factor which is relatable to the digital network
is... Congratulations.
Indian Institute of Gems and Jewelry, Jayashree Periwal Groups of School.
and believe in humanity.
और मेरे को कुछ धमाकेदार चीज चाहिए in terms of animation or video or something which just says that it's happening today.
Cut. Social Symphony Awards will not be complete if I will not mention these names. There is a very popular saying which I also like. As they say, a wine gets better with age. This special honorary mention in Social Symphony Awards honors the eating outlets and cafes that are winning our hearts since decades by reinventing their old age food business, which has been a constant challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, Social Symphony Award brings to you these special mentions which also has been the part of my childhood. For example, LMB, the first name on the list that needs no introduction. Lakshmi Mishthan Bhandar. I can fondly recall that we every time had a yearly visit to this place when it was my parents' anniversary. It's one of the oldest sweet shops of the Pink City, which has been living the legacy of the sweet shops established in 17th century.
I feel the right blend of years of experience of the old generation in the field, while ability of millennials like me to adapt to dynamic changes in the environment has made all the difference for us. And with the COVID era, it has given ample amount of time to reevaluate our past performance and take key defining planning and policy changes. Getting into the online space with our very own e-commerce store and presence across multiple marketplaces is paying off really well now. Even communications are much smoother through social media and has boosted our sales across India and even internationally in these testing times.
LMB is presenting a complete eating experience of some of the Jaipur's most popular delicacies: paneer ghevar, Maharaja thali and dahi bhallas. Oh, I am so missing that. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us immense pride to acknowledge the work of LMB, that is Lakshmi Mishthan Bhandar, for its dynamic content that connects us with the audience digitally and actually I should say digitally and emotionally as well. Let's hear a big round of applause, a virtual round of applause for LMB. Next on the list is Nero's. There are very few things that never change, and if they do, you continue to love them. A little more each day. Every day a new restaurant pops up in Jaipur, giving competition to all these oldies, or I would say the gems of Jaipur. But as they say, old is gold. Among all these new outlets stands a restaurant which is the flag bearer in exotic dining for all the foreigners and for all the Indian tourists. Needless to say, talking about Niroz. Social Symphony Awards honors Niroz for being our first love when it comes to fine dining, amicable ambience, and succulent continental food. Do you know, there's a very interesting trivia I would like to share. Niroz was the first place in Jaipur to serve continental food and good continental food. Despite being popular and loved, Niroz never rested on its laurels and kept on working towards the excellence, and soon became the only centrally air-conditioned restaurant in the city in 1962 and the first one to bless Jaipurites with Chinese food on the menu in 1970. From a classic restaurant, Niroz went on to become a landmark by which every other place, lane and shop was known to all the locals and tourist guides in Jaipur. Next on the list, ladies and gentlemen, is one of my favorite places. When someone says Lal Mas, I hear Handi. Does this happen to you as well? Then join me in congratulating. You have got great taste in food. Handi is constantly stealing the hearts of not only the locals but all the foreigners as well.
Hi, I am Rashmi Kuchal, owner of Handi. We started Handi long back ago, say 38, 40 years back. Then social media came into, progress. And we found that this is a very big and beautiful platform where we can sort of reach to the our customers and our viewers. So we took the help of social media and started posting various things on it. And then we realized that social media has given us a very good reach amongst our customers through home deliveries also and packings also. And that was a very big help.
Since its inception, Handi has never failed to impress the guests, in terms of the taste, service, and consistency that sets the revered restaurant apart from the rest. The taste of authentic North Indian and Rajasthani cuisine makes Handi one of the best non-vegetarian restaurants in Jaipur. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is a privilege to announce the honorary mention for Handi, Jaipur. Although I could have said just chai and you could get my clue, but I still want to add few more lines to that. Any guesses for who revolutionized the luxury of tea and pioneered the cafe culture in Jaipur? Yes, you guessed it right. Actually, chai was enough. I'm talking about Tapri. In this category of Social Symphony Awards, Tapri Central deserves a very special mention. It has a beautiful location, apt ambience which always sets your mood, transforms even a casual hangout with friends into a homely affair. And let's move on to our next set of awards. Did you know the magnificent jewelry worn by Kangana Ranaut in Manikarnika was designed and made in Jaipur? I knew that. No wonder this city has been offering the most breathtaking jewelry in diamond, polkis, gold and precious gemstones. In fact, today, Jaipur's jewelers are reaching global markets, all thanks to their strong presence on social media. When jewelry bloggers and influencers took us deep into the heritage and nuances of jewelry industry, these jewelers, who are nominated for Social Symphony Awards, Jewelers Gallery category employed the power of digital media effectively. They organized new product announcements, lookbooks for the new normal, webinars, and jewelry design competitions, everything on social media. Let's have a look at our next category and let me present you the nominations.
And the nominees for the Jewelers Gallery are Amrapali Jewels, Hirdichand Ghanshyam Das Jewelers, Jewels of Jaipur, Kalaji Jewelry, Raniwala 1881, Sunita Shekhawat, and the Gem Palace.
Wonderful! Well, nah, but the winner can be one. And the winner for this category is...
The award for the Jewelers Gallery category goes to the Gem Palace.
Social Symphony Awards is a great initiative by Jaipur's leading blog, Jaipur Beat. It was a much-awaited platform to appreciate the beautiful brands from this heritage city. I congratulate the entire team of Jaipur Beat for organizing this award so professionally. I'm keenly looking forward to the winners.
Thank you Gaurav and Anisha for having me part as a jury for the Social Symphony Awards, and I had a great time discussing all the jewelry participants. And it's a great initiative for these times that we're living in, because everything is digital these days. So Social Symphony Awards makes absolute sense. All the best to all the nominees and the winners. Congratulations.
Unarguably, the whole eating out experience is, feeling different after the pandemic. In fact, there was a slight doubt about the things being normal. You agree with me? But what kept us motivated to eat out soon as those engaging posts and tempting food pics on the exotic eateries. That's the hint. Social media feeds, and that is our next set of award. When Social Symphony Award began to cooking up a way to acknowledge the very fine dining restaurants that make our eating out in Jaipur so special, we could think of nothing better than these names for Social Symphony Awards. Let's have a look at the nominations for exotic eateries that are delivering the right mix of content with safety and hygiene, and yes, of course, new flavors to tickle our taste buds.
And the nominees for exotic eateries are Bar Palladio, Baradari, decked up by Garden Cafe, Jaipur Adda, La Palma, Mamoor's Infusion, Masala Ministry, Shikar Bagh, and the Foresta Kitchen and Bar.
And the winner for this category, Social Symphony Award Exotic Eateries, is...
The award for the Exotic Eateries category goes to La Palma Cafe and Lounge Bar.
Hi all, this is Chef Sameer Gupta, and I feel incredible to be a part of this jury at Social Symphony Award. It was great to visit and revisit a eatery in Jaipur.
As a foodie, it was really interesting to judge the restaurants and cafe category. And the use of social media, I learnt so much. Thank you so much, Jaipur Beat, for doing these very innovative awards.
Thank you, Jaipur Beat, for inviting me to be part of the jury for the Social Symphony Awards. It was good learning for me and great fun. Social media has emerged as a very powerful tool for reaching out to people, and especially in times like these, it is a great means to connect with people.
Thank you all very much for joining me into this virtual gala. I'm really happy to be sharing this beautiful virtual journey. And I think that was my cue to let you know that with this, we have come to the end of this season of Social Symphony Awards. I would like to thank everyone for being a great audience, or I should say hashtag virtual audience, for helping recognizing the innovative and inspiring businesses and brands for their excellence on the social media during the time which was really difficult for all of us and which coined the term hashtag lockdown. A big thanks to the eminent jury members for bringing their knowledge and expertise in judging various categories of the competition. And a big thank you to everyone who had an excellent event, and look forward to seeing you next year. This is me, Akanksha, saying tata, bye-bye, and have a happy virtual seeing.